Happy Thursday to you, everyone, and also happy Christmas Eve. Safe and well during the holiday period. All right here I have a version of, have you ever seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Cattle Dog? Yeah, this is Captain. I shrunk him by accident, just a big old mistake. You know, I'm just teasing with you. This is actually Bear. He's a 4-month-old cattle dog. So I thought I'd use him today to kind of demonstrate one of the problems that people have when they're using luring to teach their young dogs to lie down. And we have a viewer who's working on this right now with her puppy, but the problem is she's getting the head down. The dog puts the head down. Got it. Where? Because why? The food's down there. It's very simple. However, the butt's still up in the air. And that just doesn't constitute as a great down at the end of the day. So you want to make sure you get all the dog into a down. All right, so now I got a typical cow dog. He wants to play with me. Let's see if we can get a little bit focused here. So now these are small. Again, I can have a treat right here. If I just put the treat on the ground, smart animal. Yeah, let's just travel over there and go pick it up. Why should I have to do anything else? Again, as I always tell you, what is it that you want me to learn and why should I do it? Well, I want you to learn that when I say the word down, put your whole body flat on the ground, lying on your abdomen and chest, not on your back. All right, so the reason why a lot of dogs head-wise and not the complete body-wise is because of the placement of the treat itself. Meaning, if I form a sit here, and I put the treat right underneath him, the closer it is to him, you'll see the body remain off the ground. Again, these are smart animals. Why do I need to lie down if I can just bend over and get the treat? And also, if I can just bend over and get the treat and leave half of my body in the air, wow, that sure does make it a whole lot easier to stand up. And again, they're just all about that. They're all about don't waste calories. Make sure that everything that you do is efficient. And they start developing the ability to do so under a variety of circumstances and conditions from a very early age in life. Okay, so here's a couple things to help with the down. Leave that alone. Pay attention. Come on. Be good like a cattle dog's supposed to be. All right. First things first, big mistake that people make. They don't restrain the animal. I'm going to go ahead and hook my thumb on the leash. Hold it just like so. If you can get a shot on that, Evan. Just hook it in the collar. If your dog's wearing a collar, even a harness, hook it there. Because the purpose of my left hand is to make sure that the dog does not just walk over there and pick up the treat. So again, back into a sit. Why a sit? Because I already have the butt down. It's already there. If you're working on sit, make sure you reward the sit. Don't let it become a command call, sit down. It's sit first, sit, and then down. And notice when I take the treat, I pull it away from the dog, meaning I didn't put it right underneath it. I go at about a 45-degree angle away from the the end of their mouth here, from the muzzle, about 45 degrees. If you do that, the dog would essentially have to stretch to get to the treat. Okay, so let me get my little pup's attention again here. Typical cow dog. I love rowdy, rambunctious. Now watch my hand. Watch the glide scope. Down, down. So now a little bit of pull down, luring the dog. The treat is away. And here, the left hand now goes to the ground. And typical cow dog right here. So now this could be, in essence, the head down and the butt in the air. So what do you do when this happens here? Take the treat, get the animal refocused, stretch it out. And you see there, as soon as the animal reacquired the treat, it'll refocus and then go back to wanting to do the down. So many times in luring, you have an animal who doesn't have what's called ocular overlap, meaning they literally have a blind spot on the end of their nose. Imagine you holding up 3 or 4 fingers right on the end of your nose. Therefore, a lot of times when we put the treat right at the end of their nose, they lose it with their vision. They've acquired it with their sense of smell, but they've lost it with their vision. And hence, when you say down and the hand goes away, if they can no longer see the treat, then they'll start to search for it. And then they'll start doing anything they can to get out of this being made to lie down and go see if they can relocate that treat. So again, one of the other tips I give, other than put my thumb through the collar, is when I take the treat down at an angle, do it at an off angle. Come at about 20 to 30 degrees off the dog's nose, down. And what you see there, bingo, the dog was able to watch the treat the entire time. Now, had Bear put his head down and not his butt, would have done his head, it's already there anyway. Reach across, leave the treat on the ground. Then reach across with your right hand, so like an overhand maneuver, thumb to the ground, treat placed, hand over, then push on the back end of the dog. Push on it. But try stretching the treat away from the dog at an angle first. So again, get your dog's attention. In any training, you have to acquire attention, motivation, cognition. You're old enough to learn this. I definitely now have your attention, and I'm going to motivate you because you want the treat. At an angle away, down. Again, as you see, the dog having to look at an angle to reacquire the target visually. And you've heard me say many times, dogs learn throughout. So we're going to go ahead and see some of the mouthing. The dogs learn with their vision first. Then touch, like I'm touching the dog now. And part of that touching on this behavior is wrapping that little thumb in that collar. No. And also making sure that we stay focused. So a little no there doesn't hurt. Reacquire. Down. Again at an angle. And also when you go at an angle, if the dog can see it, down. Because they have to turn. And again, if you get in this right here, I thought you were going to have your butt up here, but you didn't. So I'm not going to reward that. There's no way I'm going to reward that because my little pup is getting out of the down mode. When they get out of the down mode like that, go into something else. Just switch gears. Sit. Good. Refocus. Back. Down. Down. Good. I will reward that. Stretch it out. Let the pup have it. Welcome to working with puppies. Some puppies at that moment will focus and then they won't. You've got to know when to back away from what it is you're working on, try something different, deactivate something, like right here. This is a pup doing what I call the Shakespearean effect, meaning pitch fit. And I'm going to sit here and make sure that that pitch and that fit isn't going to work. Then once I've accomplished that, we go back again. So again, down, stretch it away, lure, lure. There we go. Treat there. Okay, so that's in essence free. You're going to run off, you little devil, you. What you have to do is stop the dog's forward progress. I love you too. You have to stop the dog's forward progress for trying to just walk up and take the treat off the ground. You also have to have the treat far enough away so that the dog just doesn't bend over, forming the letter C. And then you have to, another thing you can do is just stand up. And the other thing that you have to do is make sure it always stays in the dog's line of vision. Always in the line of vision. And if you put it right on the end of their nose, they could lose it for a moment. Then they start to move their body as they're searching for it. So just an off cant, just a little off cant from the end of the nose, and you'll have an animal that will be able to see the treat and not just follow it through some odor plume down to the ground, because that whole area is going to become contaminated in no time. Goodness gracious. So they say, hey, Bryan, I got 2 cats. Bless you. You're in for it. This of captain. Rambunctious, going 100 miles an hour. Yeah, gotta love a good cattle dog. Let's do one more. Sit. There we go. We reward that sit. Down. Finish strong. There you go. Good, good. All right. Down. Just put his head down. I would have reached up. Just push on the back end. And if that fails, just go back. Make sure it's not underneath, off-canted, and I promise you, you will have success. Promise you, you'll get it done. I don't care who you are, how skilled you are. Puppies can dictate the moment, and you just got to be smart enough to know, okay, so I tried plan A, that didn't work. I tried plan B, that didn't work. So I'll tell you what, I'll just stand up here. How about if I stand up for a second, allow the puppy to get out of whatever it is in at that moment. Social play, object play, getting a good scratch in. Yeah, because they're young dogs, and you have to work in the moment with them and know when to back away and not take the stance, oh, you will do it and you will like it. No, there's times to back away from that and then just move on. And that's really off topic. These dogs can't focus. Down. There we go. Doing very good. And again, I'm free because I'm not down here inviting him into social play. So again, we have a nice little sit, down, off to the side, and have the dog lie down. So again, just be smarter in the situation, smarter than the pup at that time. Okay. Deal. Luring only lasts for about 2 or 3 weeks, and most dogs we're starting to lure at about 10 weeks of age. You can start as early as 8 weeks of age if you acquire a new puppy, but about 4 months into it, we're going to move away from luring and move into those other techniques I've shown you in videos in the past on a more formal down, one in which, if you lie down, then you'll get a treat. But until then, I'm not even going to present it. I'm going to keep it back here in my bait pouch. And then I'm going to go from a scheduled reinforcement where you get it every single time you lie down to, I don't know, maybe you do a really good one, you get a treat, but the next 5, you don't get a treat. And that's, again, a variable reinforcement. And that is an incredible reinforcer. Okay. Some of you may wake up and have a present in your household, a 4-legged present. And therefore, that can be a good thing, and that can be a bad thing. And that's why I'm going to spend a couple of days talking about housebreaking. Housebreaking, so that when you wake up and if you got a 4-legged present running around your household, you won't go around reciting this. It was the day after Christmas, and all were forlorn, wishing for the day they had never been born. For Santa left a gift that could not be sadder than a pup that howls all night long and rolls in brown matter. Probably in the year 2021, you'll have a poetry book from Bryan. It's called Rhymes. So I'll come out there with it. Aren't working. I would like to just wish, if I could only have one wish instead of 5, it'd be that my microphones would work on Facebook Live. All right. Today, I just want to lighten up the spirit. Have a happy, safe, be well. You said, yeah, we're going to get after here. Let me just grab him up out of here. There you go, my man. Guys, have a great Christmas on Christmas Day. Oh, he's a man. I love a good cattle dog. Yeah, you want to play with the real cattle dog? Huh? You want to play with him? Oh, that was a good one. I'll taste that the rest of the day. All right. Oh, you little knucklehead.